Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Good evening. We are doing the Wednesday workout. I'm in Group B. Victoria is here. She is in Group C. Hashtag screens for Victoria because she has no idea. She's forgotten to write down her times, so she's no idea what she's doing, what speed she's going, when the changes happen. Oh, okay, right. She's managed to do it on her companion app. Hopefully, it'll be big enough for her. Do you need glasses to help you? Right, Victoria is in big trouble. She's gonna have no idea when she's starting and stopping different intervals. She's zoomed in on the companion app, like a screenshot of the companion app, so that she can see the paces that she's supposed to be going, but she has no idea where she'll be on the course, so when to change speeds. Jeff Partridge is with us. Clive Finnimore is there. Yoko is there. Sarah Jacobson is in Group C, I think, as well. Tina Beard is in Group D. Amy Green is running. Quite a few of us are chilling out before the Beachy Head Marathon on Saturday. Marcus Holmes says hello, Victoria. Right, I'll put your screen on briefly once we've said hello to everybody. So Trev Wilson says evening, folks. Yoko says hello. Jeff Partridge says evening all. Amanda says I'm in Group C. Not listening to the instructions though. Just an easy run for me. Clive says good evening. Amy says good evening. Yeah, and Tina says she's in Group D. Right, so I'm going to put Victoria's screen on so she knows what she's supposed to be doing. Do feel free to chat to us, and we will find a way to get chat on screen somehow so that we can see it. Well, yeah, but you won't know where you are in terms of when to start and when to stop your bit, will you? No, you go. You keep that screen. I've got a little idea. Well, actually, I need to go back. I need to go back to my screen 1 second. I need to know what that number is now. 172. Hang on. Hang on a minute. 30-something Mike's joined us. Nice. Right, Mike is a YouTuber. Does very nice videos. And Mike has joined us. He's jogging outside. I assume he's just listening to the stream, but he could also, in theory, he could run on Zwift outside with a foot pod. But nice to have you with us, Mike. John Fries says, hi all. Not running until later, but not getting much work done while watching here and the Backyard Ultra in Belgium. Yes. So the big news is the Backyard Ultra world record has gone, and the holy grail of Backyard 100 loops, 100 yards has been achieved by two runners in Belgium. Merlin Geets, who already had the world record at 90 yards. Him and his partner have gone on and they have reached 100 yards. They're at probably about 102 now. John Fries will be able to tell us. Tina says... Oh, Paul Hayward says his companion app is not working. Right, let me just see if I can get chat up on my phone. 17015. Just bear with me while I sort something out. 172.16.0.15 89, go. Let's see if I can get chat up on my phone, and then we can give Victoria the full screen. It doesn't look like it's going to work though. Around about the times I run, okay. Right, Victoria's going to wing it. Oh, 9.9. Okay, so they're going to finish loop 101 in about 15 minutes. That doesn't mean they're going to finish completely unless one of them decides to bow out. But yeah, if you want to have a look at what's going on, just type in backyardultra.com into a browser, backyardultra.com into a browser, and you'll be able to watch the live stream or check up on the results for all the nations that have taken part. The UK, we came 13th overall. We finished on Monday lunchtime. So 13th for the UK, which is not a bad result really, but we would have got a bit higher had our number 1 ranked runner managed to stay in, but he was unwell and had to pull out early. Injured, unwell, yeah. Anyway, so there we are. So go and have a look at backyardultra.com and check out the live stream from Belgium and the full results or leaderboard, which is live on that website now. Yeah, Victoria did a backyard ultra a few months ago. She got to 16 yards, and that was her furthest ever run at 66 miles. So the guys who've just done 100 loops, 101 yards. Oh, hang on a minute. We're up to our first stride, 13.9. So we do 14 kilometres an hour. Just 100 metres. Yeah, the guys who've done 101 yards, they've done about 400 miles, over 400 miles now. Yeah. So 24 hours gets you to 100 miles. So the guys have done 4 days, over 4 days of running. So over 400 miles of distance. Okay, that's our first little stride over with. Just stretching the legs out, getting ready for the effort that's coming. Now, normally, I would try and attempt Group A. Marcus is almost certainly in Group A. But because I am on a kind of a low training schedule at the moment, not doing many miles, taking it easy, I am letting my body recover. I'm staying in Group B. Marcus says, do they sleep at all on the backyard? Well, only if they've got time. So they have to complete their loop, their 4.167 miles within the hour. Now, if say they do it in 45 minutes, they could have a 10-minute nap. If they've got time to go to the toilet and have their food and drinks, they could sleep. Yeah, for 10 minutes maybe, says Clive. But it's unlikely they'll have very much sleep at all. Anthony Anderson says good evening to you both. Thank you, Anthony. Hello to you.
When we witnessed the world record get broken at 81 yards, the runners had no sleep at all. So they started at midday on the Saturday and they finished, was it Tuesday evening?
Right, time for the second stride coming up in a minute. So we've got 14 kilometres an hour for 100 metres. Sarah Jacobson says that sounds miserable. Yes, it is pretty miserable. I guess that's why they do it, because it's a test of your mental strength if you can keep going through all that misery. So, into our second stride, 100 metres. And there we are. Bring it back down again. Right, Marcus Holmes has just said, I'm very tempted to enter the Ring of Steel. Marcus, come on. Ben Nevis Ultra, you've got unfinished business. Get that Ben Nevis done. Don't you wimp out on me now. Yeah, you're a faster runner than me, Marcus. You're more than capable of getting Ben Nevis done. You just need to get your head around it. But if you choose to do Ring of Steel, good on you. Okay, so we're in our 400 metres of recovery before we start the main set. So we're going... Right, Marcus says, but I want to wimp out. Well, you know, it's up to you, Marcus. Not that anybody will judge you, but everyone will judge you. Clive says, get rid of that monkey, Marcus.
Marcus, for the UTMB week, I entered the OCC ballot because I didn't think I could finish the CCC within the cut-offs. But a friend of ours said to me recently, why sign up for something you know you can finish?
That is exactly correct, Marcus. You cannot let your people... We are your people, Marcus. And you mustn't let us down. Right, Paul Hayward's doing his own thing tonight. That's fine, Paul. And so is Victoria, because she can't... Hashtag screens for Victoria. Victoria has no idea what she's doing because she can't see her workout screen because I've got the chat screen on there instead. Right, up we go. 13 kph for me. Clive says, well done. Well said. And Amanda says, I like that, Victoria. Exactly, Victoria, says Clive. And Marcus says, I like it, Vic. Why sign up for something you know you can do? Okay, here we are at number 1 of 5 600-metre reps. Belgium has reached 101 yards. Yeah. Thing is, we don't know what the guys are doing when they finish each loop because they're going into their tents or into their rooms and shutting the doors so they can have privacy to do whatever they need to do. So they might be sleeping, but it's also a tactical game now. You don't want your competitor to know what you're doing because it's just the two of them now. And everyone else around the world has finished running. It's basically just a fight between these two now to see who wins and who is the rightful holder of the World Backyard Ultra record. So, tactics are well in play now. You don't want to let the other one know that you're suffering. Although, obviously, they both are by this stage.
Right on!
And just coming to the end. So we can drop down to 12.2 now for 400 metres. It's not much slower yet now. Active recovery, here we go. Amanda Allison says, Sarah coming in hot. Is she not paying attention to the instructions? Is she just doing what the heck she likes? Yeah, John Fries says the guys in Belgium, in terms of the team results, they are about 80 loops behind the USA. Now, for each loop they do, they get 2 points, 2 loops. So they only need apparently John says they only need 39 more yards to win the team event as well, because obviously they get 2 because there's 2 of them still running. So that counts, each yard counts as 2 yards. I'm sorry to keep interchanging between yards, loops and laps. They are essentially the same thing. In fact, if you hear me say yard or loop or lap, that is in terms of backyard ultras, that's exactly the same thing. Right, back to Wednesday workout. 7 kilometres to go for Group B, and we are coming up to our second set. So we'll go up to 13 kph. I hope 30-something Mike is keeping up with this outside. We're going up to 13 kilometres an hour now, Mike. If you want to join us, here we go. Right, back on it. Concentrate on good form. 13 kilometres an hour for 600 metres. No, are you? Yeah. Why? Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Want to see where you are on the actual... No.
Nice!
So over onto the island with the volcano. So we're going to get hot in a minute when we go through the volcano. Spam on the site. Apologies. Nothing I can do about it. YouTube need to get themselves in order and get rid of that spam. Happening every stream now. Yeah. Right, I need to put a fan on. I haven't put my fan on. Amanda says hi, Victoria.
Hi, Amanda.
Let's go and find Victoria on the map. Right, there's Victoria. Oh yeah, that's a point. You're supposed to be changing. You're supposed to be going up to... No, it says... That says... Oh, I don't know, actually. Good point. Sarah Jacobson says Victoria is about 13 seconds behind me. Yeah, you're probably right. I need to get back to me now. I'm trying to press the button to get back to me and I can't. Ha! Oh, yeah, we're supposed to be at 12, aren't we? 12.2, sorry. Yeah. So we've gone over, we've done too much at 13. So we just need to recover a bit, and we've got 200 metres, and then we need to start again. Sorry. Yeah, hashtag screens for Victoria, says Amanda. Six kilometres to go for Group B, and we're coming up to set number 3 now. So we're going to go up to 13 kph again for 600 metres.
You suck!
Well, I'm trying my best. Here we go.
Okay, let's go.
13. Tina B says, did I mention I have a new watch? Well, you've got to tell us what it is now. Tina Beard has a new watch. Sorry? It weighs. So, through the middle of the volcano now, it is getting warm in here. Carol Rushworth is here. Hi, Carol. 200 metres to go before we can drop down again. Sarah Jacobson says, Victoria, have you taken any recovery? To be honest, Sarah, we've no idea. Right, we'll do some recovery in 100 metres, Amanda and Sarah. Yeah, I know. Okay, slow down. Back down to 12.2 for Group B. What's Victoria on? What are you supposed to be on? Oh, right. I thought it said so. I thought you took a picture. Oh, right. What are you at, though? Right, Victoria's doing 11 kph recovery. And she's been doing 12 as the main set. She's making it up as she goes along. Right, can anybody tell me where that quote is from? He's making it up as he goes along. Very famous 1970s film. What is that quote from? It is Monty Python, Victoria, but name the film. Right, Tina Beard has a Vivo Active 4. Well done. Nice watch. Yeah, we love body battery too. I also love my HRV status. I'm well into HRV status at the moment. Amanda says she's too young for that quote. Jeff Partridge says Life of Brian. Jeff Partridge is correct. He's making it up as he goes along. Okay, coming up to the next set now. This will be number 4 of 5. 5 kilometres left to go for Group B. And 30-something Mike says Life of Brian as well. Correctamundo. Okay. See, now you're showing your age, Mike. I mean, we all know Jeff Partridge is an old fogey, but you look relatively young on your videos. Right, we're back up at 13 kph now for 600 metres.
Right on.
Stefan Gross, thanks for the ride on, buddy. Right, we are away from the volcano, heading back across the causeway, back to the main island. And about 22 minutes left of running. And I can now see Sarah Jacobson and Victoria behind me, and Carol Rushworth and Duerto, thank you. Well done, guys. So amazingly, Victoria is actually managing to stick with Sarah Jacobson and Carol Rushworth, as she has no idea what she's supposed to be doing. 250 metres left for Group B at 13 kph. Meters. Right, Carol says, neither do we never stick to pace. So Carol and Sarah are just making it up as they go along as well. So is Nick Dumbleton, probably. And Amy Green. Right, Panickety Victoria wants you all to know that she normally does stick to pace, and this is killing her. This is absolutely killing her to know that she is not sticking to the instructions. You're not going to get any stars, Victoria. Right, John Freeze on the Monty Python theme says we need a silly walk Zwift Run event. I imagine that would be incredibly dangerous on a treadmill. We should definitely do it. Me calling Jeff Partridge an old fogey. Jeff says, none taken. Right, little plug for Mike then. If you don't know 30-something Mike on YouTube, go and check him out. He is a growing YouTube runner. A running YouTuber, and if you like well-made running videos, along with Jog on Harry, very nicely made videos You know, you can tell that a lot of thought has gone in. You can tell that the person who made them has talent for filmmaking, unlike myself. Go and check out 30-something Mike and Jog on Harry on YouTube. Really nice quality videos. There you are, Mike. Your subscriber base should jump from 300 to 302 now. Almost certainly. Okay, here we go. Back up to number 4 now. 13 kilometres an hour. With 4 kilometres left, let's go. Here we go again.
Okay, let's go. Go infinity and beyond.
Jeff, I beat you to it. Jeff says, well made, not like yours then. I beat you to it, Jeff. You cannot take that. You cannot take the win on that because I got there first. So we're back up at 13 kph. This is our 5th one. Nick, how many of those people do you think are genuinely interested that you have taken your top off? Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Oh. They need to have a winner. Right, John Fries says, I think both of them have stopped in Belgium. It looks like it's all over. Well, that can't be right. Because there will be no winner and the record will be null and void. They have to have a winner. Oh, yeah. Yeah, unless one person was late back and didn't correctly complete the loop within the time. We'll have to check that out. You cannot have a draw in a backyard ultra. So they can't both stop at the same time and say, we'll call it a draw and share the record. One person and one person only can have the record. Or there are no finishers and the whole event is null and void. And that would be a massive waste of their time. I'm sure they're not going to do that. And 130 metres.
Right on.
Okay, coming up to the end of this set. So we'll be the end of the 5, and then we've got 2 more to do slightly faster. And there we go, back down to 12.2 for Group B with 2 sets left. Now these 2 sets are slightly quicker at 13.5 kph. Now it's interesting, if the guys in Belgium have indeed finished, you know they could have done more, because that essentially gives the game away that they were just pushing to get to 100, and once they got to 100 they gave up, and that's a mental thing, not necessarily a physical thing. So in theory they could have gone on further.
Question is, does this mean the world record would stand at 90 yards?
If they don't have a winner, yes. John Fries says it's unclear at the moment. Both of them are standing and greeting the crowd at the start line. Yeah, they only get a minute to cross the start line, so it must be over. The question is, did one person come in late and miss the hour cutoff? I really hope they did, because that would be that would be awful if they've done 101 laps and then because they didn't either understand the rules or stick to the rules, they are going to have that whole thing scrubbed off. They can't do. Merlin Geets knows what he's doing. Merlin would not allow that to happen. Oh yeah, here we go, 13.5 now. Thank you, Vic. 600 metres at 13.5. Jeff says it doesn't mean they could have gone further. Mental aspect is more crucial than physical. Yes. So, if their mental strength was better, they could have said, right, we are going to carry on until we cannot go any further. Or one can't go any further. So it was their heads that made them stop, not their physical condition. Actually, I see what you're saying though, Jeff, yeah. Your head will go before your body, regardless, whatever. Yeah, I guess so, but all I'm saying is, therefore, it is suspicious that they stopped after 101. Why not 102 or 105? What stopped them? My guess is that it was merely the fact that they had reached a target in their head. So you know, a lot of people start a backyard ultra thinking, I'm going to do 24 hours, I'm going to do 100 miles. And once they reach that target, they stop. So for these guys, the target was 100. And once they reached 100, they gave up. So they didn't reach their limit. Anyway, I mean, it's, you know, who am I to say? Yeah.
At the Backyard Ultra, my biggest regret was that I refused to continue. I didn't go until I got timed out. In all honesty, I don't think I could have gone much further, but mentally I gave up.
Yeah, merely 100. Okay, coming to the end of this next one, 100 metres to go. Right, John Freeze says, on the Biggs website, somebody said they stopped together, so no official winner. But I guess they know they did it together. Right, I will be very interested to see what Laz says about that. Because, technically speaking, that is not allowed. That is not allowed. Yeah, when we were at the world record last year, John Stocker and Matt Blackburn from the UK wanted to share the spoils, stop together and share the record and share the win. But they were told they're not allowed to do that. The race rules state there must be a winner or no winner. And if there's no winner, surely the world record can't officially stand. Yeah, there's no winner because neither of them completed. They refused to continue. Right, keep your eyes, guys. If you're interested in this, keep your eyes on the website and all the latest information to see what Lazarus Lake says about this. He will be the final word on it, and whether it's allowed or whether it's not allowed. Very, very interesting. Thank you, John, for keeping us up to date. And we are now coming up to our last set. Oh, I've been going the wrong speed. Fast bit. So it's sorry, I'm on the break. In 20 metres I'm going to start the last fast one.
To infinity.
Let's go.
And beyond.
13.5 now for the last one. Actually, let's do 14. What the heck? Yeah. Jeff, I don't know the answer to that. Jeff says, will there be a winner on shortest accumulated run time? I don't think there is, no. It's just whichever team accumulates the most yards, and whichever person wins each individual backyard across the world. Well, there. Didn't know about that. All right. $250 meters. 7 minutes to go before the end. $100 meters to go. And here we go through the arch. And there we are, back down now. Well done, Tina. Yeah, Tina says, come to the finish now. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Well done, Tina. Good job. Well done, everyone. We're just in the recovery period, and then we've got 1 kilometre of cool down. Just dropping some ride-ons. Well done, everyone. Well done, Jeff. Well done, Clive. Marcus in Group A. Well done, Marcus. Oh, no, that's not right. Yeah. And we can slow down now. There's Victoria on screen. So let's give ride-ons to various people in Group C. We've already given Victoria a ride-on. So well done if you've taken part today. Whatever group you've run in, A, B, C or D, well done to you. Well done if you ran outside. Perfectly possible to run on Zwift outside. Just keep your phone in your pocket. Don't look at the Zwift screen, you just have to know what speeds and paces you're supposed to be going at. But if you've got a foot pod, you can run on Zwift outdoors. Oh, Sarah Jacobson was there a second ago. Where's she go? Okay, Laz is going live now. So it'd be interesting to hear what Laz has to say. If you want to hear what Laz is going to say, go to the live stream, backyardultra.com, click on live stream, and you should be able to see what he says or hear what he says. Won't be able to hear it, will you? Victoria's logging on now. Marcus says, good work, everyone. Clive says, well done, everyone. See you next time. So go and join Clive and come and join Clive and myself tomorrow, 11:35 a.m. for the Film My Run 500. Set your treadmill at 12%, and we will climb up a hill together tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, 12:35 Central European time, and ridiculously early in the morning if you're in the USA. But you're more than welcome to get up and come and join us. The Belgium team are saying that down the road they would regret forcing a winner, so they finished together. That still doesn't answer the question whether Laz is going to allow that. It's not in the spirit of the race, because the spirit of the race is last one standing at all costs. Amy says thank you. Thank you, Amy. See you on Saturday. We'll see Amy and Amanda and Clive on Saturday, along with a lot of other people. Well, we'll see them on Friday for a meal in Eastbourne, and then the Beachy Head Marathon on Saturday with a load of Zwifters. It's going to be great fun. Looking forward to it. No idea. It'll be interesting to see. Well, you've obviously finished. So Victoria's finished. She's done 9 kilometres. We're about to hit 10 kilometres. Tina says, have a fabulous weekend, all of you. If I don't run with you before. Thank you, Tina. Yoko says, thank you, Stephen and John, for the backyard information. Right, coming up to the line. Well done, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching and listening on YouTube. And well done if you took part. Clive's max heart rate was 170. Not sure what mine was, I'll tell you in a second. Probably about 157, 158 maybe. Average heart rate 167. Gosh. Max heart rate 167. So obviously, of course it was in the last one where we sped up a bit, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, 167 max heart rate, average heart rate 148. So we are done here. Thank you very much, everybody. Now we'll see you tomorrow, 11:35 UK time in the morning, 12:35 Central European time. Very early breakfast if you're in the USA. Come and join us for the Film My Run 500 tomorrow. And thank you very much, everybody who's commented and watched the stream. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.